Good evening from the South Pacific. This will be episode number 249 of the alienanalprobe.com podcasts designed to scare the kids. Scare the kids. There is no more worthy endeavor. Oh, I love it when they scream and cry and go under the covers. Oh, that's gratifying. All right. What the hell? I want video of that. I want some video of little kids being made to listen to some of these reports where there's no swearing and they just go weird, and require therapy. God, that's just hilarious. Okay, all tapes are copyright 2023 by stockphotosworldwide.com. You can go there, or you can go to alienanalprobe.com, or you can go to a host of other websites. The links are all shown on the alienanalprobe.com page, or you can go to the RSS feeds. Okay, whatever. If anyone ever sees any of these hosted on somebody else's server domain, not linked to, that's okay, but hosted as if it's their own product, tell us through Twitter, and we'll find them. Really, we will. We're really good at it. And we'll take care of it, and we'll send you a cash reward. Well, it won't be cash. It'll be some kind of electronic transfer. Okay, we'll give you some percentage of, some decent, percentage of whatever award we get from these turkey-stealing bastards. Okay, just remember that. Keep it in the back of your mind. Tell your friends. Okay. It doesn't count for RSS feeds. Come on. I mean, people who have actually stolen them and trying to make them look like it's their own product. That's what pisses us off. Okay, we have a giant collection. We started out with 9,400. Now we have 8,000 about cases, reports, where people claim aliens did some damn thing to them. Well, no, sometimes they just shake, hand to claw like that. Hey, how you doing, man? Where are you from? I don't want to shake a claw. Jesus, God, I had to put rubber bands on that son of a bitch. Before they knew what happened, I'd have rubber bands on their claws. Those really big, heavy ones they put on the lobsters, That would piss them off, wouldn't it? They couldn't even hold their ray gun to shoot my eyes out. Okay, we go through them, and when we find bullshit, we delete them. If we can't find any obvious bullshit, we think, well, maybe, I don't know, maybe. If we get really, really drunk, maybe these will be credible. I don't know. And we assign credibility with sand. We take a little pinch of sand or a big pinch of sand, and we drop it into a huge bucket. And if the bucket's ever full, then we believe in aliens. And as of 2:49, we're 90% full in a smidge. It's someday you'll realize that that's all absurd. Okay, a pinch at a time. That's how we got to 90%. Now we got 8,000 reports to go. So what are you thinking? What's your prediction? I just watched an interview with a Navy pilot. I don't think he's retired yet. And I think he was telling about probably, somewhere around 5 or 8% of what he really knew. And his story is really about the same. Oh, there goes the poltergeist. Every time. I mention this every time. Silent up here. We're up on top of a building in a concrete bunker. To be silent, 23 and a half hours, and I start a podcast, and there we go. Now he's doing it, whatever he's doing. As long as he stays the hell outside, he can do anything he wants. And it's only for the first, it doesn't matter what time I start the podcast. I do them at random times. And they will only do this for the first 15 or 20 minutes, usually, of a podcast. And it's all kinds of crap. It might be crashing sounds. It might be clicking, banging, knocking. I mean, I don't believe in poltergeist, but, well, I don't really, but I've read some cases that were pretty compelling, but I don't really believe in them, or Bigfoots, or, whatever. Anyway, let's see. Maybe you'll hear it on here, or maybe it will get taken out in post. I'm not sure. Oh, it's probably that goddamn cat. Probably that. No, he's sleeping. He's right there. He's sleeping. Fucker. God, how I hate him. Oh God, he's sleeping, and the gun's laying right next to him. I bet you if I got up really quietly and I went and got my baseball bat and I crept back in here, I could club that son of a bitch to death before he could get to his gun. Fuck, he's awake already. He heard that. Now he's looking at me. His claws edging closer and closer to that gun. He's just looking at me like, do you feel lucky, punk? What a son of a bitch. Man, he's got 9 lives like they all do, but, I've used up 15 of them. He's still going, so I don't know what the hell's going on. Okay, anyway, poltergeist, he didn't hear it. He didn't care. He's probably doing it. Shit. Okay, so we're just going to spin the dial, and the marble's going to drop on wherever it drops, and that's the first one we read. And here's one from Russia. I don't like them out of Russia. I don't like Russians either. Sorry, not sorry. Don't like them. Live with them and then tell me you like them. Yeah, I dare you. I double dog dare you. Spend 10 years with them and then say, oh, I love the Russian. No, you won't. Not going to happen. Okay, this is Vyborg, Russia. Summer 1999. Times daytime. Okay, it helps a little bit. Daytime. Nighttime ones suck more than daytime ones because people are drunk and, whatever. Let's see. Okay, 32-year-old Mariah, yeah, I think that's right, was found barely alive, naked, and injured on a highway outside of St. Petersburg. St. Petersburg has a lot of beautiful Russian women. I don't know why. They don't seem to be evenly spread, throughout the region. Okay, she was taken to a hospital where it was found that she had numerous cuts, bruises, and other injuries. This is summer. Okay, summer. Okay, so she's not freezing to death. It's probably still cold. They don't get much of a summer anywhere. Okay, so somebody found her on the highway, all beat to rat shit, and they took her to a hospital. Somebody did. I'm going to continuously sort of summarize these things as they go, so they aren't so badly fragmented. Okay, and I'm still thinking about some angle to the AI, having an AI read these before I go through them. I haven't figured out exactly how I want to do that. I mean, it's easy enough to set up in OBS, or there's a dozen other apps that can do it. I just can't. Mainly, I can't figure out how to deal with the lack of punctuation and the misspelling in these reports, because this database is 59,000 pages just in the 8,000 reports we have left. So I'm not going to go through 59,000 pages and try to manually correct this, or even automatically correct the spelling and the punctuation. And so anyway, if you have an AI read it, so that you, the listener, gets a nice smooth overview of each case, it's going to be screwed up because the AI doesn't know how to figure out that there should have been a period or a comma, So I don't know how to do this. If that cat wasn't such a goddamn asshole. Well, he can't speak English anyway, so. Okay, so the founder took her to the hospital. After initial investigation, local militia came to the conclusion that she had been raped. Okay, pretty common in Russia. Stunningly common in Russia. Jesus God. There was a strange detail present. Uh-oh. Oh, hell, I remember this one. I probably went over this case 20 years ago. Yeah. Oh, and every once in a while I have a nightmare, and this case is in it. Okay, this is a fascinating one. Send the kids out of the room. I won't. Okay, for one report, I'm not going to swear. I swear to God, I'm not going to swear. I promise the Great Pumpkin, I'm not going to swear. For one, that's all I can do. That's all I can do. One, no swearing. One report. God, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. But I'll do it. Okay, so you got a teenage daughter, and she goes out and screws around about 300 times more than you'd like. Well, this is what can happen to her. Tell her to come on and sit down. Alrighty then, I'm going to start from the top. Summer 1999, time is daytime. 32-year-old Maria was found barely alive, naked, and injured on a highway outside of St. Petersburg. She was taken to a hospital where it was found that she had numerous cuts, bruises, and other injuries. Okay, that's bad enough. She went with the wrong boyfriend. That'll happen. That just happens. It's a lot of fun for the girl, yeah. And then later, if they survive, they think, oh man, that was pretty poor judgment, wasn't it? Well, yeah, no shit, Paisono. Okay, after the initial investigation, local militia came to the conclusion that she had been raped. Oh, what a surprise. Oh, so surprising. Oh my God, that could never happen. Yeah, right. Jeez. God. Okay. I used to... No, I'm not going to go off on stories. I'm going to read this through, and then I'll go back and I'll go off on my stories, okay? There was a strange detail present. And here's where it gets ugly. I mean, literally and figuratively, it's ugly. Oh, God, this is... Oh. The right eye skimmed down and saw the bad part. Oh, hell. I have chocolate-covered grasshoppers almost every night. And the big ones you chew up, the little ones... The baby ones, they're like... a lot of those go down unchewed, okay? And sometimes these really bad, scary stories, they make them come back to life like zombie grasshoppers, They're down in the stomach and they come back to life. And then they start trying to crawl up. They're crawling. And they want to come out, that's their whole purpose, but they can't really because you keep swallowing them down. And these kind of stories do that. And you don't know how bad this one's going to get because I haven't read that far, but I'm going to right now. Oh, son of a turkey. Oh, hell. Hell's not a swear word. It's in the Bible. Okay. The lower part of her body was covered in... Okay, there was a strange detail present. The lower part of her body. They got her in the hospital, okay? They're examining her. And they did a rape kit. Oh, that must have been a thrill. Holy crap. A strange detail present. The lower part of her body was covered in an unknown substance resembling Wait for it. I'm going to drag it out. Frog spawn. Frog spawn. Mucousy frog spawn. What do they mean by the lower part of her body? Do they mean just her little parts, you know? Or like from the belly button down? I'm not sure. See, I always had it in my mind it was from the belly button down, just covered, slathered. All the way down to her feet in frog spawn. Go Google it, for God's sake. Frog spawn. Yeah, it's that nasty. Oh. Get down, bastards. Okay. When she regained consciousness, she reported that she had been staying with some friends at a country cottage when one day she decided to take a motorboat into the Bay of Finland. Okay, sounds harmless, right? She just staying with friends and she wanted a little recreation. Okay. She wanted to look at an island which had the ruins of a former Finnish glass plant abandoned in 1939. Okay, I retired as a photographer. God, I would love to go there. Oh, wow. I could spend 2-3 days in there probably. When I do a photo shoot, if I cover a sporting event, I used to snap 2,000 to 5,000 for one sporting event, and that's a lot of fun to go through and post, you know. But a Finnish glass plant abandoned in 1939. I'm thinking 2 days, minimum 2 days, probably 20 to 30,000 shots. Wow. Okay. Okay, so she wanted to go look at the island, which had the ruins of this former Finnish glass plant abandoned in 1939. Okay, innocent enough. In the daytime, everything's fine. Weather's good. Suddenly, a dense cloud covered the sky. So often, UFOs are described to have a dense cloud around them, like either they're trying to cloak themselves, or it's just a byproduct of their propulsion. Could be either. I could go either way on that. She looked up and saw a huge disc-shaped craft, and she felt paralyzed with fear and was unable to move. That would be me. No, that's not true. I have a story about that. Okay, so it's above her. As the huge flying saucer hovered over her, she lost consciousness. Okay, why? Did they knock her out with a ray, or did she just, pee her pants and pass out? She does not recall how long she had been unconscious. Well, you never do. If you're really unconscious, you have no clue. Could be a minute, could be 5 years. You do not know. But she woke up feeling a terrible cold and fear. Well, I wake up every single day feeling that, so, welcome to the club there, lady. She opened her eyes and found herself lying on a metallic table completely naked. Okay, so they sucked her out of the boat. Okay, she opened her eyes and found herself lying on a metallic table completely naked. Okay, probably duct taped down. Gorilla tape is the best. Aliens use it, they swear by it. Gorilla brand. Yeah. And they make really good glue too. They're all duct taped down. And you can't ever get loose because it's Gorilla brand. Okay, so she's on a metallic table, completely naked. Okay. Was she hot? Can we at least know that? No picture. Shit. Maybe I'll put a fake picture in here. She was not tied. No duct tape. What the hell? She was not tied and was able to move. Wow. Well, maybe they wanted some real one-on-one struggling, you know. Some aliens get off on that. She was not tied and was able to move, at least for the time being, but soon noticed a bizarre creature leaning over her. Yeah, I mean, we know what's going to happen. What's the name of this website? We know what's going to happen. The creature was, oh God. Get back. If you can keep him in there for 15, 20 minutes, the stomach acid will kill him. But man, that 15, 20 minutes can be difficult sometimes. Okay, the creature was lizard-like. I don't like the reports of the lizard people. They're too common to totally dismiss, but I just instinctively don't like them like I don't like Bigfoot, The lizards I've known have been really, really stinking stupid, and it's really hard for me to imagine a planet, in a galaxy far, far away where lizards evolved to be the dominant species, and making flying saucers and stuff. I have a hard time with that, but maybe lizards in the Zeta Reticuli system are smarter than lizards on Earth. I don't know. The creature was lizard-like with huge eyes. Okay. She saw many shiny instruments, holy crap, around her, and 3 or 4 lights shone on her. Well, that's you're going to make a video, you got to have good lighting. Okay. I know what's going on here. I haven't told you, but I know what's going on. The lizard people come to Earth and they kidnap little girls. I never hear stories. 9,400 cases, I've never heard a story of them doing this to a 94-year-old woman. Well, that's very curious. It's always youngish girls. And I'm betting most of them are hot. There have been cases where the aliens supposedly, came across some group of girls and they kind of like looked them over and they chose only 1 or 2 to go be quote unquote examined for scientific purposes. And the rest of them, they're like, nope, too fat. No, don't like that one. No, that was too old. They pick certain ones and they don't reveal the criteria that they use, but we know what it is. It seems like almost every species in every culture, every galaxy, they appreciate a good-looking Earth woman, I mean, I made a joke, but really it's not a joke. There seems to be a lot of anecdotal crap to support that. So if you're hot, if you're fat, ugly, I don't think you got to worry about the aliens. Except, on the barbecue like that. But if you're hot and you see a light in the car, don't look. Hide under some blankets. Don't look. Handcuff yourself, to the steering wheel. Something. Okay, this creature was lizard-like with huge eyes. She saw many shiny instruments around her, and 3 or 4 lights shone over her. Because GoPros do really bad in poor light. You got to have a lot of light. Suddenly, she felt the creature climb over her. Oh, God. So wait a minute. I want to know more about this lizard people. Suddenly, she felt the creature climb over her, touching her. Okay, so wait a minute. She's not taped down. She's not tied down. So what's she doing? She fighting? She trying to run away? Did at least she say no? Really? That's the first thing you do. That's probably not going to work, but you do it anyway for the, just for the sake of the, impending trial. Because the judge is going to say, did you say no? What are you going to do? You're going to look down and go, no, I forgot. Because he was kind of hot looking, really, Case dismissed. Okay, so you got to say no. You got to say, you say, really, you say it 20, 30, 50 times, And then whatever happens, happens. At least you said no. You've satisfied your legal duty. Okay, so anyway, I'm trying to envision this. Suddenly she felt the creature climb over her. Does he have a tail? Does he have claws? He's got to be really, really careful if he's got claws. A lot of reptiles have claws. Because you could scratch them, You could scratch your boobies, stuff like that. How the hell can you feel them up if you only have claws? Oh my God, you'd have to, what could you do? You could wrap each claw in duct tape, okay? So you didn't scratch them. You could put leather gloves over your claws. That would work, yeah. That would feel good for her. She'd love that. You'd feel nothing, but, you'd be going through the motions. Look good for the video. Yay, suddenly she felt the creature climb over her, touching everywhere, every little place. But she's not running away, so that puzzles me. She felt like screaming, but her throat did not obey her. Well, that can happen. I used to have a dog. I thought she was a guard dog, and one night I wanted to test her, and I had a ranch, and I went out, sneaked out way downwind of her, circled around 1/8 of a mile, and came in through another entrance, still downwind of her, so she couldn't smell me at all. And it was dark midnight, and I crept and crept and crept, like a cartoon character, behind a tree, behind another tree, like that. And I just kept coming closer and closer. And eventually, she couldn't smell me, but she heard something, I suppose. Saw something, I don't know. And she jumped up. She's like, what the hell? What the hell? Somebody's in my territory. Oh, hell, I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him. And I just kept coming closer and closer, and she started barking. Right on cue, Except nothing came out. She was so scared. All she could do is just, hey, like that. That was it. The best she could do. Wouldn't have scared the rabbit. So then we had to get a real guard dog. But anyway, it's possible to get so scared that nothing comes out. She felt everything. Oh, God bless. She felt everything. What is everything? What is everything? What did it feel like exactly, precisely? Science must know this. You're letting your country down, lady. What? She felt everything, but soon lost consciousness again. Well, that kind of leaves us in the lurch, doesn't it? She could tell us. She knows what she felt, but she's not telling us. Let's see. This was 1999, so I don't know, how old was she then? She was 32, 42, 52, now she's 55, 56, whatever. Could find her, Ask her. Look, I give you $1,000 US. I want to know what it felt like. First of all, what did it look like? What did it look like? Was it 18 inches long and forked like a snake's tongue? Because that's what I imagine. Or was it like a little cactus? I don't know. I mean, you could research. I don't know what reptilian peckers look like on Earth. Reptiles, maybe they're all different, or maybe they're all kind of sort of the same. I don't know. I never really thought about it. I didn't care to. I mean, this is really crucial to know this, and we're never going to know it. That's just sad. That's tragic. Okay, she regained consciousness in a hospital 200 kilometers away from where she had originally been. Over what time period? So the aliens sucked her up out of the boat, put her in there, didn't even tape her down. I don't know why. And probed and probed and probed and probed and probed for some interminable amount of time. I'm thinking a few hours at least. And then they dumped her on the highway somewhere. Into the mud slime queen. Boom! They kick her out the hatch. She falls 4 feet to the pavement. And they just zip, and they're gone, laughing all the way. High-fiving, high-clawing. Okay, they found her boat. Oh, wait, okay, they found her boat was found on an island. Probably the island she was going to. The mucus or mucilage. Whoa. I wish I was a graphics artist. Well, I am in certain ways. I can do certain things. I can't do other things. I can't do the stuff I want to do. I can only do the stuff that made me money. I want to be like a cartoonist. I want a picture of this. I want a drawing of the mucilage hanging off of her lower body. Oh, God. That could be hot, right? It could be. Perverted, backhanded kind of way. It could be hot. The mucus or mucilage, I think it's one and the same, I'm not sure, like substance, proved difficult to wash from her body. Oh, man, I bet they had to get like Scotch-Brite. Those pads, Holy crapola. I wonder if it stunk. I bet it did. Okay, if it looked like frog spawn, okay, go look up what does a pecker look like on a big old bullfrog, okay? Then we're drilling down. What does a bullfrog pecker look like? Because I'm betting that's what this alien's pecker looked like. So if we knew what it looked like, we could form a vague notion of what it might have felt like. Because she said she felt everything, but she's not telling us what. So if she felt everything, then here's what you do. You get 10 girls and you show them a picture of a giant frog penis. And you interview them one by one. And you say, hey, baby, if you're getting boinked with this thing, what's that going to feel like? And you get all their different scientific thoughts on it, Shit, I got to go look. I got to go see what one looks like. Well, I just saw one. I thought it would be hideous. I'm going to put a picture of it here. Just for this episode, I'm going to make it fly through space. Right by the cat. Right by the cat. See if he's terrified of it. Could maybe, some way down in his genetic code, maybe somehow he knows what that is and he's scared of it. Like cats, you put a cucumber behind them when they're eating and they get done eating and they turn around. 40% of them die on the spot. There's something about that cucumber that resonates With the DNA in their cells from somewhere way, way, way back a million years ago. Something looked like a cucumber, and they killed a lot of them. I don't know what it was, but cats instinctively. Some cats don't. They just turn around and look at it like, the hell's that thing doing there? That's a pretty stupid joke. And they walk away. But some of them, I don't know what percentage. I've only tested it on a few. For me, it was about 50-50. You don't do anything. You just come up behind them, and when they're eating or they're doing something or sleeping, so you put the cucumber really close to them, like 6 inches, no more than 6 inches. And then you walk away and you watch them. You videotape it. And you let them wake up, or you let them get done eating. Their typical arrogance. They turn around and they glance at that thing, and then their eyes get really big. They jump 4 feet into the air, and they're running 50 miles an hour before they hit the floor. That's probably cruelty, but Franklin didn't give a shit. He did not give a shit. We tried to do him. He did not care at all. He just looked like, gave us a middle claw. Not even funny, assholes. He sauntered away. What the hell? But it's a fun thing to do if you got a cucumber. I don't know if anything else works. I've only seen cucumbers work. I wanted to do it so badly. I actually went to the store and specifically bought one. Just bought one cucumber and walked out. I was profoundly disappointed. Should have made him pay for it, little son of a bitch. But next time you're shopping, just pick one up. Like 5 cents or something. I don't know. Pick one up. If afterwards you eat it. It's no big deal. It's no loss. You're not wasting food. They never ever attack it. All they want to do is get away at beyond ludicrous speed. That's all they want. .com. beyondludicrousspeed.com. Okay. Anyway, yeah. All right. That was a lot of fun. So I'm gonna take a picture of a frog whacker and then put it on here. And in a way, it kind of ruins our story. It ruins the whole erotic aspect of this. Because I was imagining all kinds of shit. Crazy stuff. Demented stuff. Probably semi-evil stuff. I tried to imagine what the hell could it look like. I wonder if all reptiles look kind of sort of the same. That would explain a lot about these reptilian rape cases, and there's more than one. Quite a few more. But once you see a penis in space floating by right about in here sometime, I'll put it in here somewhere. I'll just make it fade in, and then it'll fly by, and it'll fade out, and we'll never ever see it again. But anyway, once you see that, then I don't know. It's sort of, I don't know. Kind of takes the fun out of it, but it might explain some other aspects of it. I don't know. Okay. The mucus or mucilage. Oh. I want to see what frog spawn looks like too. Maybe I'll have some of that floating through. Shit. I don't like doing things in post, but this one has to be done. Has to be. Because this is a report that's haunted me for 20 years. Longer than that, really. I have this unnatural curiosity about it. What if? I mean, this is just stupid. It could never happen. But what if? What if? I like what if stuff. What if you had GoPro of this going on? You put it on YouTube and you let any expert in the world try to debunk it. Well, they can't because it's real. Holy son of a bitch. It would put YouPorn right out of business. One video. Nobody would even look at YouPorn ever again. You could fake it, you know, but that wouldn't really be the same. It's got to be genuine. And I think they had some some GoPros, because they said they had 3 or 4 lights, you know, on her. Had some fills and some spots and a couple of filters, you know, stuff like that. You know, their version of the GoPros are probably really, really small, so she might not have noticed them. You imagine they take that back to Zeta Reticuli, and what do you think they're going to get for that? They're going to be set for life, you know? You just title it, "We all boinked a Earth woman." And you charge whatever the hell you want to see it. You'd be rich beyond your wildest reptile dreams. Huh. Amazing how a simple act could generate so much revenue for their side. For our side, wouldn't matter. Surely somewhere there's a nice girl who would submit to that for, give her $100,000, you know? Oh no, hell, I'd get some bimbo. I'd give her $50. You don't throw money away when you don't have to. She's not going to get pregnant, for God's sake, you know? Not like she has to worry. Oh, I know what you do. You never get the son of a bitch to wear a condom, you know? You can't even speak Earth, you know, for God's sake. But she could wear one of those female condoms. I've never seen one in person, but I've heard about them. So then the frog spawn would be a bit less of a problem. Then you just get a bag of those Scotch-Brite pads, you know. A couple of weeks, the skin grows back, you know, and you're good to go. And you made $50. What the hell? All right, I think we're done. I think we've milked this dead cow right to death. Okay, so credibility or not, that's really the crux of this whole stupid endeavor. Credibility or not, we got to decide if it's complete and total bullshit. Okay, if we had hospital reports, if we had hospital reports and you know, other corroborating testimony and stuff like that, and polygraphs and waterboard reports and stuff like that, if we had stuff like that, and then did they analyze the frog spawn? That's the key. That's the key right there. Because that would tell the story once and for all. But there's no mention of that, and I'm betting they didn't. Probably the hospital never believed her about the alien thing. They just thought she had some really, really, really weirdo boyfriend, you know, playing games somewhere, and she was too embarrassed to talk about it, so she made up this shit about, you know, the aliens. Well, that could actually be the case. I don't know. Russians are like that. Okay, credibility or not, I cannot say that I totally disbelieve this. You know? God, what does that say about me? I cannot totally dismiss it. It has stuck in my brain for 20 years. It sounds absurd, beyond ludicrous speed.com. It sounds just ludicrous. Something about it, I don't know. Maybe it's just the erotic angle. And did all the women who are listening to this, they said, "What did he say? Erotic angle? What a sick son of a bitch. I ain't listening no more. Except for tomorrow. I'll listen tomorrow, but that's it. Then I'll stop." Yeah, like that. That's how women are. But the guys they're thinking about this. The guys are thinking. They're thinking, really? Frog spawn? Reptiles? What does that penis look like? This couldn't really happen, right? Could it? I don't know. I got to think about this more. It's at once disgusting and perverted. But then, on the other hand, I don't know. It's was the hottest thing I ever heard in my life. Oh my God. That's what the guys do. The girls do that too. They just very demure about it. I don't think they really fantasize about being boinked by a frog, and getting covered inside and out by frog spawn, but they think about it. They think of variations, They do. They're disgusting little creatures. They're more disgusting than the guys. And you would never ever find out. I don't think if you waterboarded them, you would ever find out their secret innermost thoughts. They die. They take them to the grave. They would never tell you. There are drugs that'll make them talk. Sodium pentothal. Oh, suck. That should be legal. That should be over the counter. Pill form. Sodium pentothal. They'll tell all. They'll tell every single thing you ever wanted to know. For a while, 30, 60 minutes, something like that. That should be a prerequisite to getting a marriage license. Can't get a license until you go through sodium pentothal therapy with GoPros running. So the guy knows what in the hell he's getting. And so does the girl. So if the girl starts mumbling under sodium pentothal, she starts talking about frog spawn, how hot that is, then the guy's got two choices. You can marry her quickly, or you can run. I don't know, 50-50 either way. Alrighty, credibility or not. Hell, I'm going through all this silly shit because I'm trying to put off making a decision on this. We do it by grains, by pinches of sand. Sometimes we give a grain. Sometimes we give in a few cases, we give them like a cup. Sometimes a molecule. I'm giving this one I'm pretty sure it's bullshit. I'm pretty sure it's just complete and total bullshit. But I just like it that much. I'm giving her a gram of sand. No, wait. No. How many grams? I've given her 3 grams of sand. What a perverted shit I am. Okay, that's it. All right. Now we're way over our time. Oh man, sequentially, there's a good one. But we're over our time. Wait a minute, damn it. Oh, hell. Let's do it. Full Monty. Let's do it. Let's do this, baby. Rock and roll. Portland, Maine, 1999. Summer. Time is night. The witness was taken while sleeping to some sort of military installation. Okay, everybody knows I do not like any report where they say they were even close to being remotely asleep. And here she admits flat out she was sleeping. And what happens when you sleep? You dream. It's a guy. I thought it was a girl. When he came to, he was in a dimly lit computer room that looked futuristic in nature, with very soft, soothing lights. Around him, observing, were military-style dressed humans and some not-so-human creatures. Whoa! That could haze or cloak their image when he looked directly at them. Okay, I don't like it. So far, I don't like it. It stinks. The whole notion that aliens can change their appearance in all kinds of ways, even the appearance of their ship, that's been reported too many times, and I can't say that is patently impossible. I just think it's patently unlikely. So credibility suffers whenever I hear that. The witness stood freely and was not on a table. Well, that's nice to know. One of the men handed him a dangerous-looking black handheld device. The grip was shaped like a pistol grip, but it's made of an extremely polished black material like onyx. Huh. Okay, well, this is a kind of a weird take on this. I'm still not liking it. Above the grip was a flat circular surface 4 inches in diameter. Above the grip was a flat circular surface 4 inches diameter. I can't really visualize that. With 6 small lasers or energy beams which shoot out of 6 little movable miniature camera lenses. Oh, really? I don't believe it. Franklin he's been listening. He said that's what his gun does. He said that's an earlier model of his gun. His gun's got a lot more power than it. You'll see it. He floats around back there. He's got a gun now. He didn't have one before. I don't know where the hell he got it. I don't want to know. He said it's to keep me in my place. He said this is no longer a relationship of master and pet. This is brothers. Equals in every way. And he's got a gun to prove it. Might makes right. That's what he said. He actually said that to me. Well, it does, you know. Kind of. Okay. Which shoot out of 6 little movable miniature camera lenses spaced out equally on the rim of the surface of the circle. Okay. The witness found out that he could control the lenses by the power of thought or telepathy. Well, that'd take more than 40 seconds to figure that out, wouldn't it? When it first came on, it displayed a luminescent hologram of some type of language. The witness felt as if he was part of a test to see what he would do with the device. Oh, blast them all. And then you walk away with the device. No, they probably get a force field. And if you try to blast them, they're going to say, okay, that's enough, you stupid shit. We thought you would do that because you're an earthling. Okay, go ahead, take him out back, kill him. That's it. Throw him at the hatch. Let him fall to the backside of the moon. Maybe in 4,000 years they'll find him and they'll wonder, what in the hell? How did this guy get here? As he attempted to manipulate the device further, he blacked out. Later, he found himself back on his bed. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Credibility? I'm tempted to not dignify that with an answer, but I'll just say no. No. Niet. Okay. We might as well just go for an hour. Hell. Rural area, Quebec, Canada, summer 1999, time is night. The main witness and several friends were camping overnight in an isolated camping ground that had cabins and such. Okay, then. One night he was walking with a friend outside of the circle of cabins. Oh, geez, don't do that. Don't do that. There's that freaking Dogman people are out there, and the chupacabras and the Bigfoots and the... Oh, geez, you just don't leave the pack, you know. It was a very clear and bright night, and there was a campfire going, and in one of the cabins there was a party with music. As they walked, I thought this guy went alone. Oh, no, he went with a friend. He's walking out with a friend out into the Badlands, outside the cabins. Okay. There's a campfire going, and in one of the cabins there was a party with music as they walked, the guy and his friend. Both of them suddenly felt a weird sensation as if they were being watched. Okay, that's a real thing. I've talked about that a lot of times. I've proven it through photography. There's an old sci-fi movie about that. It was the Neanderthals or something who had that ability. Supposedly in the sci-fi movie. Yeah, it's not a bad movie, really. Or what? Yeah. Okay. Anyway, sci-fi though. They both turned and saw a blue figure, very tall, about 7 feet, walking through the trees. Blue, okay, not a Bigfoot, unless he dyed his hair. It was completely silent. It was bright blue and glowing. Where the hell is this? Quebec. Oh, those Frenchies. It was emitting a shimmering aura, and both witnesses became very frightened. Well, yeah, you would. That would do it. They shouted at whatever the figure was and asked it what it was. Would you do that? I mean, I take these line by line and I try to envision them in the back of my brain, and I, what would Jesus do? I try to imagine what anybody would do, what I might do. I don't think I'd shout. I'd crouch down, pee, crawl under a log, I can't imagine shouting at it. I mean, some people would, probably. Travis Walton, he would. Because he's a man's man, he would do it. Okay, so maybe they would. They received no reply. They stared at it as it walked away and out of their field of vision. They ran back to the group of people at the campfire, screaming and describing what they saw. Another youth reported watching the figure from a distance and was just as frightened as the two main witnesses. Okay, that last line helps a little bit, because I was going to say bullshit. Hell. I don't know. There's no flying saucer, so even if it is a weird thing, there's no direct connection to any alien kind of a thing, although what the hell else could it be? Okay. Credibility or not, I can't say it positively didn't happen. I can give it I give it 1/2 of a grain of sand. 1/2 of a grain of sand. Okay. Bye-bye. Okay. Here's a short one. I'm trying to work up to 60 minutes here. St. Philip's, Newfoundland, Canada, summer 1999. Time is 2300 or 11 o'clock. The main witness's mother heard noises around the house in the nearby woods. Their pet dog was howling and visibly frightened. Well, at least he's not so scared he can still howl. Mine couldn't. God, that was the weirdest thing I ever saw. Hey, hey. And normally she could bark, like a normal dog. She was a German Shepherd, little German Shepherd. Okay. The witness' father decided to drive into the backyard with the truck to shine the headlights in the woods to see what was back there. Okay, that's good. That's good. I would do that. Yeah. The headlights caught 2 large greenish glowing eyes in the bushes. It was too dark to make anything out completely, but whatever it was very large and dark. And very dark black. The father... What the hell? The father grabbed a pellet gun and shot into the air. What in the hell? They all caught a quick glimpse of a large black animal, half cat, half dog, in appearance, running into the woods. Okay, shit. Okay. I'm not going to dignify this one. Bye-bye. One last one. Here's El Tablon, Campeonato, Puerto Rico. June 1999. Late night. Police officer Jose Corcino, and a friend were driving a pickup truck late at night in an isolated area. Looking for what exactly? When the vehicle headlights illuminated a short gray figure that crossed the road slowly in front of the truck. It disappeared into the bushes on the other side of the road. Corcino stopped the truck, grabbed a flashlight from his friend, and attempted to look for the creature, but could not find it. Oh, God. The creature was generally humanoid in shape, somewhat bulky from the waist up. See, that's the problem. If we have AI read these, she's going to read it verbatim. She's going to say the creature was generally humanoid in shape, somewhat bulky form, the waist up. And you get 2 or 3 words like that in a row, you're not going to know what the hell is she talking about. And she can't figure out that's supposed to be from. So I don't have a lot of hope for the whole AI reading thing. It's got to be a human. And I'm not going to wait, for the 8 months or whatever to teach English to Franklin, Okay. Humanoid in shape, somewhat bulky from the waist up. It was about 4 feet tall with a large round head. It walked as if standing at attention. Well, I don't know. They got bears in Puerto Rico. So many people mistake bears for all kinds of crap. Bears can look like many, many different things at night if you're scared, if you're not used to being around bears. They can look just like a Bigfoot. If you take a bear, and unfortunately I've done this many times, you take a bear, you skin it out, hang it up, preparing to butcher it out, you'll think it's a human. Somebody comes along. I've seen this happen. Some people will come along and I just scream in horror, "Oh my God, it's a dead guy. It's a dead guy. Look, it's a dead guy. They skinned him." No, it's a bear. They look very strange from different angles in all kinds of different ways. I think many, many reports of weird stuff are just bears. Okay, 4 feet tall, small bear with a large round head, walked as if standing at attention. Well, okay, when bears walk, when they stand up and walk bipedal, they don't really like it too much. It's not a natural thing for them. It's difficult and uncomfortable, I'm sure. They can only do it for short periods of time. And they walk weird. They walk kind of like they're at attention because they have to balance in a way that's unnatural to them. They'll do it because when they want to get higher and look around, or if they're trying to reach some berries or something like that, they'll do it. And they'll do it quite a bit, but they can't do it for very long, and they look weird when they're doing it. That's the whole point. What's more likely, they mistook this thing, this bear, for something weird, or it was aliens from space. Okay, bye-bye. All right. That's enough. We're even over the hour. Okay. Frog penis. Frog penis. I remember that. I got to remember. Sometimes I say I'm going to put stuff in and I forget it. It was doing the post editing that taxes my teeny tiny reptilian brain. I don't like it. I really don't like it. I don't like the whole video thing, but as I've said before, the views or the downloads or whatever on the video versions of these are as much as 200 times the audio version. I think people just like Franklin. That's all. I think he's bringing the people. I don't know. That's what he thinks also. And he says now I can't ever cut him out because the whole enterprise will tank. He says he's the star and that's all there is to it. He says I'll be hearing from his people, his cat people, about percentages, contracts, stuff like that. I told him, I've thrown you out that window before, little jackass, arrogant little jackass. I've thrown you out there 26 floors. You didn't like it, did you? Now I get a gun, asshole. Yeah, that's how it goes. That's how the whole negotiation's going to go. I have to kill him in his sleep. Oh, he's got one eye open, little prick. He's just looking. He's not even, he's not even making a face or anything. He's just looking like, I can see his paws 3 inches from that gun. He never goes anywhere. He takes it in the goddamn litter box. I don't even know what it shoots. I don't think I want to know. Okay then. Thank you very much. And good evening. Oh, yeah, I'm starting to include this more and more. All tapes are copyright 2023 by stockphotosworldwide.com. And if you see these on any other server, actually on somebody's server, not an RSS feed, just let us know through Twitter, and we'll start our machine in motion, and we'll see what we can get. And if we get something, we'll give you some of it. Man, okay. Thank you very much. Good evening. And I bet you all you can think about is frog spawn. Well, you're going to, well, now you've seen it. I haven't seen it yet because I haven't looked it up because I haven't done the post, but you've seen this already. You've seen the frog spawn. You know what it looks like, but I bet you're thinking of that. And I bet your significant other's thinking about that too. Good evening and good night.